Yo, Deuterino.
Yo, Debo.
What's up, my man? What's good with you, man? Talk about some peanut butter jelly. Talk about some good things, man. You know what I mean? What's good?
Peanut butter and jelly is always good,
Can't
first of all.
Can't believe you hit me with that in the morning,
I
man.
am just getting back into Sin City, just getting back to Nevada. Had a road trip not a road trip, had a road game this weekend.
There you go. I just left your city, Nevada. Shout
I
out.
noticed you only come here when I'm gone.
Yeah, it's completely on purpose. But
This town is too small for the both.
it makes sense to me. This is something I want to ask you about. Something that I seen when I was in Vegas for the first time in my life, and I thought to myself, well, now I've seen that, and I'm sure because I'm sure I was close to your neck of the woods when I saw this. I wanted to ask you your thoughts on this, and if this changed your mind at all when you first saw this when you went to Nevada. As I'm cruising down, I don't know, Tropicana or something like that, and I'm heading out to
6-5.
there you go. I'm going down to Hendertucky down there. I just happened to see a blue and red light, and I'm like, oh man, there's a cop up here. It's got to be something's going to be going on. And as I'm getting closer, no cop. Just a blue a red light on the traffic light where it says police. Yeah. And it's just a camera, and it just staring at the intersection, and it just flashing blue and red like, hey, hello, I'm your local camera policeman. I'd just like to say hi. And I don't know, man. Instantly, I was like, I've never seen this before. I've never just seen camera police on a what perceives to be a very empty, open street, semi-residential, not really, area. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on these things, and if it was your first time when you'd see him like me, or how that works out there in Hendertucky.
Well, you know what I did? The first time I saw it, I did that brake check. I was like, ooh, let me just slow down a little bit here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a little closer, which is the intended purpose
of
okay. RoboCop. and then you get a little closer and you're like, it's just RoboCop. Fuck off, bro. But RoboCop will take your picture if you're running the light, because everybody runs the light in Nevada.
Okay.
We have a thing called Nevada +1. So once the light turns red, then plus one more car is going to go through. You always double down on 11.
I mean, you guys took the California stop and just added one. Yeah. You guys were like,
it's the California stop with legalized gambling and prostitution.
Oh,
you just keep going.
Oh my God.
So if you're sitting at a light, this is just a PSA for anybody driving in the state of Nevada. If you're sitting at a light and it turns green, don't go. Give it a beat.
Oh wow!
Because someone is going through that red light.
Oh wow! That's some really good safety advice. For us traveling to Nevada. I didn't know that. I would have. I don't hit the green.
Now, hopefully, the thinking is if RoboCop is up long enough, takes enough pictures, enough people get those tickets in the mail, then they'll stop doing the Nevada +1.
So So I didn't see this as much. Like on the Strip. I didn't see this. Really close in. But like I said, as soon as I exited and went to the townships of the area, that's when I found myself waving at cops that weren't there, and it was just, I don't know. I found it odd. I was like, so they're just gonna watch, or
well, you want to know the reason why you didn't see it on the Strip?
Yeah,
locals don't go down there.
Wow.
We're not driving down there, so you don't get the Nevada +1. That's where you get your California rolling stops and your people changing lanes without signaling.
Wow. Okay, well, little Nevada info there for me. Yeah, I was a shocker to me. I wasn't ready for that. What was the weekend like, brother? What'd you get out into in that road show?
Oh man, got to Oklahoma. Little TCU versus Oklahoma football game. Spent some time in Oklahoma City as well, and saw a powwow.
You saw a powwow?
Some real Native American powwow, yep.
Wow.
And ate some really good steak and spent some family time.
I mean, sounds like you had a nice Oklahoman time. Would you rec Oklahoma to those of us who have not made it out that way? What was would you say Debo should go? Debo should go. You didn't say that, so I'm trying to pull it out of you. I mean, should Debo go to Oklahoma? Is that a fun thing for Debo to go, or is this a one-time trip kind of thing?
I wouldn't tell you not to go.
Okay.
But there was nothing that I was like, you can't, you have to go. You can't miss this. There was none of that. You can miss it. It's not the end of the world. If you get to, 30 states and you miss Oklahoma, you're going to be all right.
It'd be cool.
But if you go to Oklahoma, it's a good place. It's cool. I have no beef with Oklahoma.
Shout out Oklahoma. Are we gonna give
shout out Oklahoma?
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean,
shout out Pub W.
There you go.
It was very nice to me there.
All right, appreciate you.
Yeah. So all in all, it was a good time. The one thing about Oklahoma that threw me.
Now
you got me thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you got me thinking.
That threw me off a little bit.
Okay.
They have the Dodgers AAA baseball stadium there. The minor league team.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The Dodgers.
Okay.
So they have a statue in front of the stadium of Johnny Bench, who never played for the Dodgers. The street named in front of the stadium is Mickey Mantle, I don't know, Drive, Boulevard, Parkway, Mickey Mantle something.
Parkway, I like Parkway.
Who never played for the Dodgers.
Uh-huh.
And then they have like 4 or 5 more, like just the head statue, almost like Hall of Fame style. And none of those dudes played for the Dodgers. And so I'm asking people, like, isn't this Dodger? This is the Dodger team, Dodger Stadium right here? This is where the Dodgers play?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is where the Dodgers play. How come you don't have any Dodger statues? Oh, well, all of these people were born in Oklahoma. We're right, but this is the Dodgers. This is not just Oklahoma. Like, this is the Dodgers. They don't care. If you're born in Oklahoma, they will rep you.
Okay, so was Oklahoma Dodgered out given the weekend and given the situation with the Dodgers right now? Were they all excited and no?
As per the statue situation, Oklahoma.
Oh, we call that a road hick. One more time.
One
more time. As the statue as far as we got.
Yeah, I just pulled up to the studio.
There you go.
As the statue would let you know, the Oklahomans don't give a fuck about the Dodgers. It was OU football this weekend, so there was a lot of Boomer Sooner going on.
Okay.
And it was Oklahoma State football this weekend.
All right.
So a lot of Cowboy Orange. Not one person cared about baseball until I brought it up, and they still didn't care. They just answered my question.
They were like, "Yeah, here."
Like, fuck, bro. They were born in Oklahoma. What do you want from me? I'm trying to watch football. I was like, all right, my bad. just want to know why y'all do this.
I was trying to ask questions, guys. Obviously, wrong hat. All right, I'm gonna leave here.
Yeah.
Which team? Different team. All right. Duder, I mean, I'm gonna let you get situated, man. Let's see if you finally make it off the road show. Which we appreciate you. There you go. Hi, dog. Appreciate you always keeping us with you in your day. Well, dude, I'll tell you what. It's time to bring somebody out, man. Been waiting patiently back there, and I don't know about you, bro. I'm excited for our next guest. How about you?
Patiently waiting for a podcast to explode on.
Is that what it is?
You can Steve if you want, and your ass will get rolled on.
Like that? Oh, damn! I like that. All right. Well, are you? Did you get situated yet?
I'm as situated as I can be.
As situated as you can be. All right.
That's right.
All right. Let's see if we can. Okay, that's right there. Okay. All right, dude. You ready to do this, man? You ready to bring this man out here?
And you keep teasing me with the music. I'm
so excited, because the guy that we're bringing out here, guys, right now is a show celebrity, because his message is really what we use to promote this entire show. The message of unity, the message of
UNITY.
That's right. And so for that, we're going to bring him out, and we're going to bring him out the only way that Dude and Debo bring people out. We bring them out right. Is that right, dude? Do we bring them out right, or we bring them out right?
We bring them out.
That's right. So hopefully, without any further
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, without any further ado, we are going to bring out my man, the only super sexy. Say his name when you say it. It's so sexy when you say his name. What is how you put it? Do it. What
LA's premier boxing trainer.
That's what I want to hear. Oh, it makes me feel so good. Oh, there it is. All right, here it is. LA's premier boxing trainer. Oh, it's so nice when you say it. Steve
Number
Gomez.
16 in your program.
There it is. I just want everybody to sit back. Do it with me now. Put your fist up in the air. Leave it right there. Come on. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. Put your fist up in the air. Leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. It could be yours, it could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same thing. Right there. The only thing that we declare. We're on the same team. It could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same thing. Right there. The only thing that we declare. We're on the same team. Leave it right there. The only thing that we declare. We're on the same team. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Gomez! Give it up for my man right here, baby.
Yo. What's up, going down?
Trying to bring you out, man.
Yo, big dog. Man, Debo, I need to add that to my gym playlist.
That's impressive.
Thank you, sir. It made me feel so good. That's what I've been working on all week, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, same team. People are like, what you doing? I'm like, same team. Got my fist up. Yeah. People don't know what I'm doing. So good. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, we're doing all right, man. We out here living, man. Just trying to do the damn thing. That's all.
I hear that's right. Talk to me about something like peanut butter and jelly. Where did I jump in here today on the peanut butter and jelly tip here, dude, Steve? I'm out of breath. I'm jumping around on it. What was that?
Well, the problem is, I'm gonna jump in and take this one from Steve. The problem is that I feel like just based on Steve's comment during show prep, I feel like me and Steve probably know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and maybe you don't make it correctly.
That's possible.
And I think Steve knows that, and he's trying to put you on the spot. Would be my guess.
Yeah. Makes sense. That makes sense. So the thought was that, that's okay. That's word. Hey, hold up, Steve. No, that's all good. Steve, you got a bounce. Okay. Tell you what, Steve. I'm glad you got that. We're gonna pull you back on the next one. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. No, you're good. Don't worry about it, Steve. Where's my? Hold up. You're gonna have to fuck it. I don't care. You got 2 minutes. I have to tell him. Hold on 1 second. Debo said I got. Okay, there you go. I'm leaving you with this. I ain't gonna let you just walk the fuck out. You know what I mean? You gotta come play a song and shit. You just gonna leave. I'm gonna let you lead to your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's like Elvis, man. He was here. He was out. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Gomez. Same team. In the air, leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. It could be yours, it could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same thing. Leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. It could be yours, it could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same thing. Right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. Leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. I wasn't gonna let him leave, without his exit music. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Debo, you ever have that homie who comes over and they'll kick it, and you're chilling on the couch, and you're like, "Hey, man, you want me to get you something to drink?" "Yeah, all right, cool. Let me go grab that." "You want something to eat?" "Yeah, all right, cool. Let me go grab."
Yeah, I got.
"Oh, hey, man, I got to bounce."
Huh?
You're like, "I just got." You got Gatorade, chicken, chips. I thought we were gonna kick it, watch the game.
I gotta go.
Nah, we were, man. I got it on my phone. I just got this call on my phone. I gotta go. That's what LA's premier boxing trainer Steve Gomez just pulled.
Gave us he was like, same team, right? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. That was the fastest.
Came on here to rep same team.
Exactly.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Card number 17. No, man. Sometimes when you rep the same team so hard, you got to be out there and you got to go. You got to be you're a man of the people. I
mean, my man's got his what is it? Got his pot and a lot of fires. What's the saying?
Say again.
He got a lot of burners on. He's got his pot and a lot of fires. He got a lot of burners on the stove. I don't know. I don't know how the saying goes, but he's got a lot going on.
There's
he's
definitely
making moves.
Fire and burning and pot. All that I smell. That's what I smell. But I mean,
all that's happening.
All that's happening. But it's a good time. Sometimes you got to go. That's just what it is. Steve, we will get you the next time. No love lost. Same team, brother. We had a couple questions for you, but we'll save those for the next time. Wouldn't you say, Duder?
Well, there's always going to be a next time. There's always room for same teams.
There's always room for same team. There's always room for next time.
It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Speaking of this
can't ever say no to peanut butter and jelly.
Speaking of this peanut butter and this jelly, Duder, can you explain to me? Well, first of all, I'll tell you how I make mine, which is simple.
You tell me, and then I'll tell you the correct one.
Okay, I knew I'd get the corrections at some point. No, I mean I get the peanut butter out and I get the jelly out and I take my knife.
So far, so good.
Okay, I take my knife. I take the bread out. Okay.
Don't
forget. I did an assignment once.
Hashtag never forget.
Yeah, exactly. I did an assignment once where I had to, you had to write it out and you find your holes in the plan easily when it all comes together. So what I did is
put pen to paper.
Yeah, you do. You got to make it make sense. And so what I do is you made it all make sense, and I was like peanut butter and then jelly, and then I put it all together, and he makes. I'm sorry. What was that? What? He's coming. How the fuck is he gonna come back? He just left. I don't understand. But he just do whatever the fuck he wants to. He's just.
Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight.
None the fuck back here. Hey, dude. You know that guy that you brought the chips for, and the drink?
Right there. Come on. The only thing that we there.
He's back.
Who's that knocking on my door, bro?
I mean, if I didn't know you better, I'd be like, "What? It didn't work out." It did. But I know that wasn't the situation. Hey, Steve, I'm sorry that you tripped with your shoelace there, but man, tie it up, man. It's all good. We got you. Are you back?
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I'm in a random classroom right now, and they just came in to come see if the room they're going to use the room, and they're like, well, you already set up, man. Maybe I can find somewhere else. So there might be a chance that I might have to skip out again. Let's just go.
He says. Well, we gave you a pass, man, but we'll take that pass back, and then we'll bring you back to the same team today. All right, dude. I'm gonna jump right into 3 questions, dude. Is that cool? We do that?
Let's do it.
All right. And then we're gonna talk about some same team stuff here at the end. But I'm gonna jump right into the 3 questions for.
Smart. Make sure he sticks around to plug.
Oh yeah, because he can't leave without doing the same team. So that way I'll just I'll make him stay here, and then he won't have a choice. You like that? I appreciate that. So, moving from my same team question, I'll put that down to the bottom. Or can I? Or can I move it? Dude, you got yours ready? I had mine in order with same team at the beginning. So, I'm switching them around here. You got your...
I got questions. My 3 questions are unrelated to same team.
Okay, mine start with same teams. Let me start with you then. You start with your first, and I'll come in number 2.
All right. LA's premier boxing trainer, Steve Gomez. This is a game we like to call 3 questions. We're going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them. And then if there's time, you can ask us a question.
Boom.
My first question is... what is the best boxing match you have ever watched live? You didn't have to be there, but you watched it as it happened.
The best boxing match. You know what? The one that comes into mind for me was Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield 1.
Ooh, the first one.
The first one. I think it was in
90. Was that the ear bite or no?
No ear bite yet. No ear bite, but that was the thing was that it went 11 rounds, and the anticipation for that fight was just, I remember it was so crazy that everything leading up to that fight, because Evander Holyfield had been trying to get that Mike Tyson fight for the longest, and it just didn't fall into place until that time, and it was already 96. I think at that time when that first matchup happened, and man, what a fight that was, back and forth, and man, Evander Holyfield ended up winning, and it was just a really good, fair fight. It was so good. Yeah. It was so good. I remember that one for sure.
Do you think that fight? This doesn't count as my second question. This is
Okay.
a follow-up. Do you think that fight would have ended any different had they fought when they were both in their prime?
You know what? People ask that all the time, man, and it could have, because I don't think who knows if Evander Holyfield would have been so, so good, so seasoned at that point. You know,
Yeah.
this was Tyson was already kind of on. I don't want to say on the way down, but I think he peaked out already.
Well, he had already lost to Douglas at that point.
Right. And I don't know, man. I think he already did some time too. I think he did his first stint, in jail already.
With the Robin Givens.
I think it was the Robin Givens thing that took him down that first time, and I think it was after that when he fought Holyfield. And it's different. It could have been different for sure.
Steve, my one question I had for you is on boxing. So I want to ask this about boxing, man. I'm assuming it takes a long time to get in the ring with another human being without protection pads on what would be considered to be your first fight of being. And my question is, not necessarily, what is that process? Two questions. What is that process, and how long does that take? The normal guy maybe doesn't want to go get in street fights every day, and maybe wants to get some aggression out a good old fashioned way. But I don't know how long it would take if that was my next thing. Biking, I figure I've ridden a bike before, I'll go do it again. But how long does it take to get in the ring? Is my question.
Steve, can I jump in? Can I fine tune Debo's question for a second?
Go for it.
What is the timeline for someone who walks into your gym and they want to have a sanctioned, maybe not a sanctioned, but a legit amateur fight? And then what is the timeline from that person to get to the pros?
Oh, okay. Oh, he added the pro to it. I like the pro. I like the pro aspect.
Depending on what kind of experience you have prior walking in those doors, if you're starting from scratch and I got to show you stance and how to balance up and defend and how to show you how to, put your dukes up.
Mm-hmm.
If we're starting from there, you're looking, I don't know, thinking that you've got to train at least 5 to 7 times out of the week if you're thinking about fighting. And during that time it's probably gonna be, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable sending somebody into their first amateur bout until at least like 2 years.
Wow
2 years into it.
So
maybe a year.
Okay. So in the building process,
I think you should do it for the show.
I think I'm gonna. It's gonna be in 2 years, guys. I'll see you guys up there. But okay. So like a solid year and a half, a year, 2 years of trust between a trainer and a boxer to say you're not gonna kill yourself, you're not gonna kill somebody else. Go have fun and have a nice fight. Is that for the beginning in the very the crawling stages?
Yeah, the crawling stages. Yeah, from definitely that point on, from taking it to kindergarten to your first fight, it's going to be. And the thing with it too is that if you're going to be fighting, it's really a lot of stuff gets cut out of your life. If you're going to be training every day and you're sticking to it, and your diet needs to be right, every single decision that you make in your life has something to do with how you're going to perform, even with practice. So, I mean, you're out late and you're not getting the rest you need, it's going to show then, when you're going out there, even to practice and even to spar, to practice all that. It's a game changer. If you're deciding to fight and you're just coming off the street, then I mean, if it was, if I was coaching you, it's going to be a good year, between 1 and 2 years before we even think about signing you up to fight.
And the elevation of that, let's say you caught me in my younger days of eligibility, and then you spent that first year or two, and you found some trust between you and your trainer, and you found some good rhythm, and you had your first fight, maybe successful, maybe not, who knows? I mean, it's your first fight, and you get out there for a while and you like it. How long does it take for that person in Dude's question to then make that leap or that jump or that higher step to the big leagues?
You know, sometimes people just totally forego the amateur and just get, you know, as the best they can with their training and sparring, and they just go straight to pros. I was training a guy that he ended up not even doing amateurs or anything. He just went straight to pros. He went down to his house in Mexico and he's going to fight 5 times down there before he even comes up here. And that's with no amateur experience.
Wow.
So it just depends on the person, depends on what kind of skills they got. But traditionally, if you're going to go the amateur route, some people just do like 10 fights and then they think they're good and they go pro. Some people try to do everything what amateurs has to offer: silver gloves, golden gloves, try to make the Olympics. And sometimes you get 100, 200 fights.
Oh, wow.
So it just depends what you want out of amateurs. If you want amateurs just to kind of tune you up for you to make that leap into pros and you're trying to get paid, then, you know, you're probably going to cut your amateur career down to, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 fights and make that leap. But you don't have to. You really don't have to. It's just, you know, you can just go in there, you know, and without amateurs and just get a fight professionally.
I love it. I think maybe 2 years might be too much of a dedication to me. I think I might go for the 1 year stint. But yeah, we'll
just
see.
take the Jake Paul route, man.
Thanks.
Get some YouTube followers and step in there in the ring with someone who's going to get you paid.
All right, Duder, you're up for the next question.
All right. Man, I got do I want to go Steve, do you want the hard question or do you want the easy one?
Whatever, man. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
There you go. I like that.
Oh, shit. All right.
I'm ready if you're not, dude. I'm ready if you're not.
Hard question.
Okay, there you go. Give it to him.
So we talked about Mike Tyson, who obviously had his out of the ring issues. Debo and I were talking about this last week off air. Kind of where do you draw the line between people you look up to, you know, celebrities, athletes, whoever it is that you admire, and admiring their talent, their gifts, their work, but either separating that from their, you know, out of the ring, off the field, off the court drama, or do you let that affect how you look at them? Like, you know, where do you draw that line? Like Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Mike Tyson, Dave Chappelle now is getting in some drama. Do you have a line that you look at, or is it definitive, or is it case by case? And how do you make that determination to still listen to Michael Jackson's music?
Can I ask, is the question, how do you draw the line, or where do you draw the line?
I don't know. It's both. It's how and where do you draw the line?
Okay.
Because it's a difficult thing.
Yeah. No. Steve?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a line somewhere. Mike Tyson, he got in a bunch of trouble, you know, earlier in his career. I still loved him. I still thought he was still my favorite fighter. He's the one, you know, my coach. He was a big Mike Tyson guy. He taught me a lot of his style, and I watched him. He was already my favorite already, so I didn't lose any of that fandom. I don't agree. Obviously, I don't condone any of the acts that he was guilty of, or, you know. But I'm still a fan. Michael Jackson. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. Like, I really don't believe any of that other, you know, the stuff anyway. But I still also rock Michael Jackson, you know, whenever it comes on, and I'll turn it on myself, whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. There has been a line before.
It was an interesting line before, back in the day, because it was more popular opinion that gave you the line, and it was a very simple line to see. Today, the line is lines you just didn't know about yesterday. You didn't know inside of people's personal BS. You did not know what was happening behind closed doors, and if you did, it was more rumor. You know, if you or you were really close to that person's, you know, fan base, and you had heard this rumor that this had happened, but you didn't know, and, you know. But today, it's in everything. It's in every. If you're a fan of that person, man, it is 100% out there. And then you have to choose Michael, no Michael. You got to choose whether you're willing to play the music and have the ridicule around you. Because, I mean, man, out there in the world, I was out there with a lot of DJs. And DJs, I started asking, so what's up with Michael? And they were like 50-50. I was like, what? They were like 50-50, man. I play Michael. I might get booed. Or I might be like, good for you. It was like 50-50. And I'm just playing music. I'm just a DJ, Dwayne. Oh, okay, man. Damn, that's rough out there. And it is this line because people are choosing nowadays. People are picking sides today. As we were talking earlier on Twitter, I didn't know there was a line on Twitter. And you guys are like, no. I think dude always tells me, you could say anything you want to say. But you got to be willing to back that shit up. And I get that. I thought Twitter people just talk shit all day. I didn't, because I don't tweet. So, but anyways, I'm gonna slide over to mine. Dude, did you feel you got an answer, or you?
Yeah, I mean, it's there's not a definitive answer, which is why I'm out here asking everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's tough nowadays, and like you said before, we didn't know a whole lot about these people outside of their talent.
Right.
And now you get, any information you want is at your fingertips. So it's definitely a different world. But yeah, that was a solid answer.
Right.
And if Steve wants to add on to it,
Yeah,
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just like, sometimes, yeah, you do have to choose whether, if you can compartmentalize.
There it is. Woo! I was with you the whole time. Yeah.
You got it. So, but if you can just separate it, just like I was a Brett Favre fan. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks, but he was getting in trouble, and he was showing some lewd
and then some pics.
Yeah, showing his wiener off. Sending him
some Richard pics.
Yeah, so yeah, so I'm like, dude, he was just a good football player to me, man. Like, when he's on the field, he's doing his thing.
I never got a text message from him. You know what I mean? We were cool, but like, we never texted.
Yeah, all that
Oh,
stuff.
you never got to see Richard Favre?
Yeah. I just the same thing with Michael. I was like, dude, I dig his music, man. All that other stuff, whatever. You playing. He made Thriller, man.
He made Thriller.
Separating
the artist from the art is that's gonna be and dude, good for you. But I believe we're definitely. I think we're coming back to that one at some point, without a doubt. Separating the artist.
I mean, there's a lot of meat left on the bone.
Yeah, there sure is. Okay, so let me ask you guys about this. Colin Powell, R.I.P. Shout out. As a black man, when black people do well, it feels good. I don't know how else to say. I don't know how else to say that. I want to make sure that those words come clear and simple. As a black man, to see a black man do well feels good. Colin Powell, I did not know, was a recipient. There you go, Steve. One for you.
There you go.
Of affirmative action. And my whole life I've had a lot of people, mostly white, remind me how racist affirmative action is. You want to talk about racism? Let's talk about affirmative action.
Right.
And it's been the tone of the white men who have raised me. You have to understand, I've been raised by a lot of white men. Being in Orange County, you just have a lot of dads out there, and the tone.
A white man with a certain perspective.
Yes, and the tone when they say the word affirmative action, felt like this dirty word I'm not allowed to say. This
like a trigger word.
Yes, very much so. And so Colin Powell, household name, affirmative action. Put him in that position. And now listen, Here's the other guy. Well, but I can't even talk that guy. That guy's in my head. He always fucks with me. But as Colin Powell is an everyday name, my question is, do we still need it, Steve?
Man, you're getting the
yeah.
tough
See, I
questions
told
today.
you say you're gonna get some tough. I got some tough ones.
Damn.
Do we still need it? We look today. We see Colin Powell. He just passed a household name, but he wouldn't have made it there, or would he? Says the non-affirmative action folks. Without affirmative action, you see, because when he got chosen, someone looked at the list and said, "Hey, man, affirmative action's the thing." They were like, "So?" They were like, "But you don't have any black generals." Oh. Him. Fuck it. Right?
That one.
That one. And we got Colin motherfucking Powell. That's my
one who's been overqualified.
This is the one that
overlooking him for some reason that we can't put our finger on.
We got Colin Powell. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, the guy that's been sitting there the whole time. Nobody noticed him. Anyways, I'm sorry. I get excited. Steve, do we still
do you feel passionate about this topic?
Maybe it just happened yesterday. Do we still need affirmative action? There's my question.
I don't know, man. I mean, Colin Powell is obviously well qualified to do everything that he got picked to do. Man's been he was in Vietnam. You know, he was made it the general. He was part of a lot of the decision making, with the Iraq War. First black man to be the Secretary of State. He was involved in so much. And to answer your question, do we still need it? I wish.
Yeah, I know what you wish, baby. I know that's real. I know what you wish, man. I know, because I wish it too. I wish it too. But my question still stands, and I apologize for putting you on the spot, but I'm going to need an answer. Do we need affirmative action?
I think we do, man.
Yeah.
I think we do because sometimes, a lot of the time, and that's why there is affirmative action, because, there's qualified people getting overlooked. And it's based off the color of their skin, which is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Racism to me is ridiculous. It's like, we don't get a choice of what color of skin we're going to have. No. We don't get a choice of our background. We don't get a choice of who our parents are and their backgrounds. We don't get a choice. So to me, racism, you come out white, just say someone comes out white and then they're like, yeah, white power. It's like, bro, you didn't have a choice in the matter. You're just telling me the stuff that you've been taught is overruling, and you're living your life off of something that you've been taught. You've been taught hate and taught to separate, and it's weird to me. It doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't, especially, a lot of stuff going on today. It's really sad, but I mean, sometimes, I feel like we do need it just because we need to go back and, who else is qualified here? And we have to make sure, because America's diverse already.
Right. Yeah. And, Steve, thank you for that. Dude, did you have anything to add on that one for affirmative action?
I mean, I feel like this is another one we can spend a lot more time on.
Sure.
I agree with everything Steve said. It's you wish and hope that you don't need it anymore.
That's right.
But clear eyes, looking at things rationally and logically as they are. Unfortunately, we probably do need it, and probably need it now more than ever when you look at how the country is divided,
right,
and how people are responding, racially and using hate to divide
right
the country even further. And obviously there was a time when the country was still largely racist, and they just whispered that shit,
right,
and now they're saying it loud and proud,
right.
So obviously you still needed it then when they were whispering it, but it feels like now that people feel like they can puff their chest out about this shit, they
Right.
need someone, some policy somewhere checking them and making sure that systemic racism doesn't continue, because the whole reason for affirmative action is that in large part, old crusty ass white men have been the one making the hiring decisions, and they like to hire dudes who look like them, regardless of who may be better qualified or better prepared for the situation. And that's not necessarily always because they're racist.
Right.
Sometimes just subconsciously,
Right.
you want to work and be around people who look like you, think like you, act like you.
Which is
and it doesn't have to be because you're racist, but you still need that policy in place to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, systemic racism is a hard topic, and it's hard to make people see how it happens. But I think you painted a wonderful picture, dude, on how you could easily be racist and not even know it. And it was nothing to do with you just hired everybody who looked like white, and they were like, oh, they're all white people. You're like, yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. Hey, no, not me, brother. Okay, come on. And so, they find that, I've met non-racist people before many times. The ones that tell you the first nigger joke when you meet them. Oh, I got one. I got this one. Come here. I know I heard it. It was funny. Come here.
No, this one's hilarious. Let me tell it to you. I don't think I'm going to find it funny.
I love Orange County. Okay, guys. 2 more questions. I got one. Dude, you got yours. I got my last one, but it's definitely about same team, and I know that's the direction I'm going. What about
mine
you?
is not about same team,
Go ahead.
so I'll go first.
Go ahead.
In the Rocky universe, you can take the Creed movies, you can take the Rocky movies, but you got to take Rocky out of it.
Nice.
If there's a tournament, who wins?
Ooh, I like
you
this.
can put Spider Rico.
I like this.
You can put Apollo. You can put Clubber. You can put Thunderlips, Drago, Mason Dixon, Mason the Lion Dixon, Tommy the Machine Gun, and then all the Creed guys if you want.
So we're putting them all in without Rocky.
You got to take Rocky out because I don't want to make it too easy on you.
Who wins?
In a tournament of champions.
Man.
King of the Ring.
I don't know, man. I always like Apollo Creed, man. And I think with Apollo Creed and his skill set, I think he can get through a tough fight against Clubber Lang. I think he can beat Drago, being that Drago just became a professional fighter in his one fight against Rocky and he lost. I think Clubber Lang got good enough footwork to beat Hulk Hogan and Thunderlips.
Yeah.
I'm going with Apollo Creed, man.
Ooh,
okay. The Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of
Monte Cristo. The King of Sting.
The King of Sting.
The Master of Disaster.
That's right. Right.
Do you concur with his assessment there, El Dunarino?
I mean, the only plot hole I see in Steve's choice is that Ivan Drago literally killed Apollo Creed in the ring. But if it's a tournament, then maybe Clubber Lang takes out Drago and Apollo doesn't have to fight him. So as long as the tournament field breaks correctly and Apollo doesn't have to fight Ivan Drago, then I think Steve's right, and Apollo Creed could win.
I think Apollo wins, at least stays alive if he gets a full training camp. If Apollo gets a full training camp and it's an actual
and takes it seriously,
it's not an exhibition, it's a real fight. Gets a full camp in. I think at the very worst, Apollo Creed stays alive, maybe with the loss, but I think he wins.
Maybe doesn't have the 4.5 minute James Brown intro to tire him out.
All right, I got my last one for Steve on same team, and I definitely want to go. Is that right this time? Oh, it is right this time. Good. Oh, that's so nice. I want to go in the same team direction, brother, because it's meant so much here to the show. And it means a lot to me. I use it in a daily sense of reminding myself what. That's all. Who? What? The same team. Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. In the same team mindset, if anybody was to grant same team a sum of money, and a sum of time. I don't ever want to say here's $1 million, but you can't spend it because you're obligated to the rest of your life. Okay, here's $1 million, but I'm also going to give you a spread of time, like a big spread of time, like a year. Right? What would same team do with a donation of funds? Where would they start spreading the same team message, and what would you guys what would same team do with that kind of stuff?
Wow.
Yeah, I know, man. I know, but I'm coming with big stuff today, baby.
And I hope you had your coffee this morning. We're putting it to you.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, come at me at Tuesdays, man. I had a day to think about this. All right.
Yeah.
So what would same team do? Where would you put the laser of finance? Where would you point that laser at with the same team, man?
It's quite literally the $1 million question.
Yeah. Wow, $1 million. I mean, a big group, big sum of money or something that we can get kicked off, started off.
Right.
We'd like to have as much merchandise as we can.
Okay.
We'd like for people to rock our stuff, hats, t-shirts, that kind of stuff. Not just to try to profit off of that's not the point, but the point is in the message.
Okay.
In the message of same team. You go walking down the street and you see two people wearing a same team shirt. They come walking around the corner and they see each other, the same team. That might mean a little something. That mean they're linked together because their foundation, their foundation in life, it should be same team. It's all based off of love, based off of a common foundation that we're all in this together. So the merchandise that would be a big spend right there. I'd even like to get into the schools. I like to I work for a school district myself right now, and I think it's about time right now that we almost launch a messaging campaign like how. Back in the day, it was
like Dare.
Dare, yeah. I was just about to say it. Yeah, I was just about to say Dare. Yeah,
just like Dare. It's been.
Which, by the way, Dare really was the wrong message. I want to remind the people from the '90s when you dared children to do something. I had a lot of friends who were real stubborn. Okay, and
dare me not to do drugs.
and they heard that message. They were like, Dare what? Dare what are drugs? So it was an interesting campaign. Run well enough. I might even rock a shirt today. But I agree with you, El Steverino, with the programs and put it in starting and showing that today is the day, and the youth is the direction to shine a light on.
And you start them off early. You get it in the kids' heads in elementary schools, and let them know no bullying. Like they already got messages of no bullying anyway.
Yeah.
No bullying. Help each other out. Just be kind to each other. But you can say all that without separating and just saying same team. Everyone just be on the same team here.
Team, man.
You teach kids this early, and it's a good foundation for them. To learn and to adapt and go through life. Inside the classroom as same team. There's going to be situations every day where you have a choice to be on the same team, or you have a choice to be on the other team and don't do something that's not going to provide any help for your fellow schoolmates.
Absolutely.
And it can go in each level, in the junior highs, middle schools, and the high schools. It helps with sports. It helps with everything. So, getting the message out and campaigning in the schools would be great. And that's not even limited to just that, just the schools. There's a million ideas that we can use the same team and help, try to promote and get the word out and everything. But just thinking off the top right now, kids and youth programs. Yeah. Buying into this campaign.
I felt, no, seriously, in all honesty, dude, I mean, Steve, if you were at the pageant, I'd go ahead and give you the tiara. Okay, I mean, I mean, it's a tough question that I mean, we hit you with the 3, okay, and it's the tough 3 questions that we do for people respect because we think you can handle it, and you did. And I mean, roses aside, man, I agree with what you're trying to say, and that let me ask you this though, is it purchasable today? With a feasible thing for me to purchase same team gear, is that
you got to give them $1 million to get up?
Okay, no, I understand. My question is still simple: is it possible today, before the $1 million, to purchase the same team gear? Is just my I didn't know, because the reason I asked is I was just hoping to put a link on the website is all. For anybody that may or may not want to go see the same team stuff. I just wanted to give them a way to maybe spend that $20 on that sweater, or that $80 on the sweater. I've seen 80. I was like tripping out the other day because I make sweaters and t-shirts all the time, and I seen somebody that was like they were $80. I'm like, they're $80. I'm like, it's just there. Did you not go to the sweater shop first, bro? Did you not see the dude was selling them there for $12.99? You didn't see that shop, bro? I mean, you went past that shop and went to the other. But I mean, anyways, the donation is the point that keeps things going. Oh, that's why it's an $80 sweater. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I didn't know. I was like, yo, man, that's expensive as hell. But so I want to make sure I price them right. The $300 sweaters for same team. Oh no, we're not pricing. No, we're not. Okay, so it's fine. My point is that possible yet? That's not possible yet.
It's not right now. We're in the works. We're actually in the process of making a catalog right now, and that's going to end up being on our website. And we're going to end up when we're ready to launch that, we're going to go ahead and send that link out to everyone. You'll be able to purchase directly through us, and we can get it out to everybody that we can. But it's in the works right now, and I'm hoping soon we can get that out.
Well, you can go ahead and check it out at the Dude and Debo at gmail.com. Send us a what's up on that one. Just send us an email or anything. And then at the Dude and Debo, God, I got to figure out. I think we're just on, what is it, YouTube on our Dude and Debo. And we also have.
If you go to YouTube, type in Dude and Debo.
There you go.
To Spotify, type in Dude and Debo, you can find it.
And the same team is our first, our first message as you come into the site. If you come into the site, you'll see the same team, the original one that we did almost a year ago now. But now you're going to see this one. Okay. Now you're going to show up and you're going to see this episode is going to be your first episode when you come into Dude and Debo. And I'm just going to type in the website. I'll put it up on ours as well. So you guys can link over there to Steve, especially when we get those shirts running. I'm sure your first purchases. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's not bad.
And everybody's got a little tongue twister
today. That's nice. That's so nice. I'm sure your first purchases will be from us right here. Medium extra husky. Make it a large. Screw it. So that's it. That's 3 questions here. I think Deuterino, it's time now to take it out of space somewhere with William
Shatner. Time to get into the same team Voyager.
There you go.
And we're going to lift off. We're going to loop around the solar system and come back and hopefully land in time to get Steve back to work. So let's all systems go. Scotty, we're ready to beam me up.
I'm giving her all
thrusters here.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain, but she could take a lot more. But go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna go over here to the. I'm not gonna go to the cockpit after you said that. I'm gonna go over here to the rear cabin and to the maintenance lodge and see. Oh, hey, there's the same team. I see that. I recognize that same team hat. Steve, that was we're almost to outer space here in the solar system. How was that show, brother? You feel good about it? Were the questions too tough? How's your Tuesday morning on the Dude and Debo show?
Oh, it's great, man. Happy to be here. Good to see you guys. And I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
All right, man. Now, real quick, before I let you out of here, I got to ask you, how do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? We left everybody hanging. It's been a cliffhanger since the opening of the show.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, man. These are near and dear to my heart. You know, I take my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches pretty seriously.
As you should.
Yeah, it was my diet for a good little minute. 2 wheat pieces of bread.
Ooh, he's going wheat.
Going wheat, and we're going peanut butter first.
Peanut butter first.
With a knife.
Writing all this down with the knife.
With the knife. And
that's not a knife.
I'm hooking one of those pieces of bread up real nice. Yeah, getting a nice like thick layer on there with the peanut butter. And then I'm gonna wipe the knife off on the jelly side.
Got that. He's prepared. You don't want to get peanut butter in the jelly.
You don't want to get peanut butter in the jelly. Wipe that knife off on the jelly piece of bread. Clean that off there, and then dip into that jelly, that boysenberry type of jelly from Knott's Berry Farm.
Boysenberry. Yeah. From Knott's Berry Farm. I like it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hook up that other piece of bread with some jelly and
the other wheat.
The other wheat piece of bread, and once I'm done spreading that thing all around, I'm gonna cut it diagonally because when you cut a sandwich diagonally, it just automatically tastes better.
Of course.
And then that's just what I'm gonna do.
I mean, that sounds perfect, brother. Other than peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you got anything to say before we hit your ejector seat and send you out on this tiny little rocket home?
Oh man, just remind everybody we're all on the same team out here. We're all just trying to make it. Life's hard enough as it is. It's just everyone take care of each other out there. If you need someone struggling with something, lend them a hand. And that goes for mental health as well. If you see someone is having some bad times, reach out, let somebody know that you're there for them. It goes a long way. Even if they don't need your help maybe for that moment, but just knowing and them acknowledging you that they're reaching out for you, that always helps. But be a good human to everyone out here, and everyone just try their best to keep your head down, stay focused, and let's just get through this tough time because the world's a crazy place right now. Everyone's kind of lost their minds, but everyone just stays focused on the job at hand and look out for everybody. Chances are things are going to work out all right.
There it is, man. That's the same team message. I don't say this often. Before I hit this ejector, I just want to let you know that you're my hero, brother. All right. Yeah. So we'll leave you on that word. Steve Gomez, you are my hero, LA's premier boxing trainer. I'm going to hit this ejection button now and send you on your way. Whoosh.
I'm out.
There he is. Give me the fist. All right, I'm going to go over here to the rear thruster. And Debo, I don't know quite what that is, but that is not what we're supposed to be doing in the rear thruster. I think you took that a little too literally.
I was just making sure that everything was working, according to plan. I didn't know that. Yeah. These are my tools. These are my tools. That's just. Oh, anyways, I just figured I'd fix it up, buddy. But welcome back here to the rear party, the party in the back. It's not a bad place. You didn't go to the cockpit? You didn't go to.
No, we're not. We're staying away from the cockpit. We're gonna let Shatner and the rest of the crew do their thing, and hopefully they'll get us home safe. He's like, I don't know, 90. I don't know if he still knows how to fly these things anymore.
Yeah.
He's fingers crossed we'll get back to her.
No, he was up there in the front being a little dramatic, but I'm sure that he'll show us the way without a doubt. Good show today, Duderino. We finally got Steve's mic to work. Between classes. So it worked out. That worked out.
My man's in there in classrooms teaching the same team state of mind.
That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate all of his insight today, man. It was great. I love hearing Steve talk. It's a really good reminder for me just to hear somebody else thinks the same way that I think, but they're just saying it, and it's not my voice. It's somebody else's voice. And it's just like it's like a cup of tea, man. It feels so good. It just does, man. What can I say? So appreciate Steve for being here, man. I really, really appreciate him taking time out. But dude, how'd you do on the show? How was things with you, man?
Man, I liked it. I was like having Steve on. The cool thing about the same team mindset and kind of what he was talking about. You talk about anti-bullying or helping people out, lending a helping hand. All these things you can say all these different words in all these different areas, but he just made it a succinct one word or one phrase that everybody can you hear it and automatically what it means, and it's just same team, man. Yeah. And it's simple and it's easy. And the cool thing about kind of his answer to your $1 million question,
thank you,
that I took from it is that it's not about money, it's not about profit, it's about a state of mind, it's about spreading the message. And if we all approach life with the same mindset of same team, then we'll all be better off. And if you're just trying to get yours at other people's expense, that's not really cool anymore in 2021.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Dude, I'm gonna let you say yours, and then I got one more. Okay, there's 3 of these that's gonna come out. When I wrote the song "Same Team," I had a vision in my head, and it was a couple of simple things. And over the weekend, and with the dude, the vision has grown. One vision I had was 2 guys at the line out there in South Korea, and wouldn't it be so great if these 2 would just walk up to the line and shake hands, hug it out? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be the same team? I then saw a baseball game, and in the stands they had a World War II veteran from America sitting next to a World War II veteran from Japan. I thought this was huge. I thought this was the same team kind of attitude. We're talking about these guys didn't have bow and arrows, people. All right, they were
not Norway.
And then the dude talked to me about this. Dude, tell me about the football game that you were talking about that got shared with you.
Man, I think it was the Giants Cowboys game, and the Giants quarterback got a concussion, and he's getting up and he's trying to walk off and he's stumbling. It looks like he's about to fall. I didn't actually watch the game, but then the Cowboy dude runs over and kind of catches him. And the reason it got brought to my attention is because my boy, LA's premier boxing trainer, my hero, tweeted underneath that and said "same team," and instantly I knew what he was talking about. That's the kind of message we want to spread.
We're talking about the same team mindset. Just I hope you see it and are confused instantly because you don't understand what it means to see someone on a different team talking about the same team. I hope it confuses you.
Different teams, opposing gladiators.
This is the point.
And he still wanted to make sure because in the end, it's a game, right? They get paid money to play a game for our entertainment.
How about the dudes?
And this person's health is not a game.
How about the 2 dudes from World War II? That wasn't no game.
That was not a game.
Talking about same team, man. Same team, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Dude and Debo, we're gonna catch you guys on Monday, 10 a.m. I want to get out of here, dude. Because I can't take it anymore. So I gotta hear my same song.
There it is.
And then I'm gonna feel just great for the rest of the day. Right there. The only thing that we declare. It could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air. It could be us, it could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air, leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. It could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air, leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. It could be mine. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air, leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air, leave it right there. Same team. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same step in the air, leave it right there. The only thing that we declare, we're on the same team. Harder to define. Yo, brother, what would happen if you meet me at the line? Same team.